Hello friends, today at Groton Senior Center, O.A.T.S program is out at the King, some people know it as the Kolnaski King Trail, off of Quantic Road in Groton. We're lucky enough to have with us Sue Sutherland today, who is one of the creators of this actual trail. It's a very new trail to Groton, and we're going to take it on. And yeah, it's not a recommended trail for somebody who's used to a wide, flat trail. This is kind of hilly, rocky, knotty, if you may. So I'm going to turn it over here and we can listen to Sue talk about the trail, and we'll get going.
Pretty nice big shrub here. Here's another viburnum. Oh, sorry, it's an elderberry. And this, of course, will go to seed, and the birds absolutely love that. And some people used to make wine from it. This was, I think it looks like it's infested now. This was impassable when we first got here, and Mark Berry and the Park and Rec did a great job clearing out some big trees here that were invasive trees. But when you come here, you can see osprey with fish here I've seen, eagles, hawks, a lot of woodpeckers, because you have water, you have trees, and you still have some nice native shrubs with the trees. So. I was really pleased to see this when I first came in here. Yeah, it's called rock tripe. It's a type of lichen, and when it's dry, it kind of shrivels up and gets very brittle.
Hiking new trails is good for the mind too, because it keeps your mind fresh, learning new things. Nothing wrong with walking your usual trail, but adding in a fresh one every now and then is great for the mind activity, keeping the brain fresh. If when you're out walking on one of our trails and you see a issue, like a fallen tree or something ever, just let us know at Groton Parks and Recreation, 536-5680. That's of course with area code 860-536-5680. If you see anything that we need to notify our parks crew about. We like to keep the trails maintained for you, but in a very natural way. As you can see, this trail has little ups and downs, a lot of natural New England type trail items.
A friend of mine who lives in town sent me a geological map, and there was actually a small vein of westerly granite that was in the middle of this other regular granite. And you know, that's a very beautiful, the westerly granite is very beautiful. Sometimes they'll make like sculptures for cemeteries and things like that. You know, it's kind of some of it has a pinkish color. I've seen some people use it for their threshold. It's absolutely gorgeous. But anyway, it's a very fine rock, but it goes from up this ridge across all the way to the next ridge and up. And there was a quarry over there too. And the trails we're making, you'll be able to go on both sides of the stream eventually. And you'll be able to see that quarry also. But when you look here, you'll see a lot of these drill marks.
There's the beautiful slab of granite she was talking about. So at least once a month, we do a trail hike in Groton or in the Groton area with our O.A.T.S group, which is our Outdoor Active Traveling Seniors, which is for anyone 55 and older in Groton or surrounding towns. This is one of the more difficult ones, obviously. Next month we will have one to Bluff Point, which might seem generic, but to a lot of people who don't have a partner to hike with, it's a great way to get out, do a group hike with us, check out the park and learn about it.
This is probably my favorite rock, actually. Just about in currently in the U.S. Yeah, I had some Yukon students who were on a hike. They were really a good time. But they were running around. They were trying to figure out how it was balanced, you know. But you're welcome to do that
It's
too.
pretty, it's amazing.
This is the rock she spoke of, wondering how it ended up here. Its placement is amazing. One of the wonders of nature. It's pretty massive. So they did the trail up over it on this side, the right side of it. And not to mention on this side, we have all the rock formation, little caves and whatnot. And here we are back to this massive rock. Size of a small yacht, you might say. And up we go. Small incline, nothing too hard, but you need to watch where you're going. Again, making your mind work a little harder, taking your mind off all your worries outside of the trail. It's a great way to reactivate your brain. I would be remiss if I did not mention that it is tick season. So anytime you go on a hike, especially a hike with more of a single track or a single person trail, such as this one seems to be, you want to make sure you're dressed appropriately, that you're wearing clothing that you can spot ticks on, also that can keep you from adhering to your skin. I'm a big proponent of the long white socks. I'm actually wearing white shoes and a white long sleeve shirt today as well. Lighter collars helps you spot them easily. They are tiny, they are stubborn. If you're concerned about them, that you use some sort of lotion or spray or something, whatever you're comfortable with, maybe organic or over-the-counter type. I use Avon's bug spray for the DEET. I only spray it on mostly around my ankles and feet area, since that where most of my body's touching the foliage here. But you just want to be aware and prepare yourself. Once you're done with the hike, I highly suggest always changing your clothes, putting those clothes into a dryer, etc. Always helps. They do not like dry. They do not like dry. They like wet and moist and dark. Another beautiful day in Groton, Connecticut. We did a beautiful hike with Groton Senior Center O.A.T.S. and our friends who make these beautiful trails. Today we're with Sue Sutherland, who's one of the founding, she created the trail, one of the founding persons to make this trail happen. It is a newer trail in Groton, and we're excited to be out on it with her today. As you can see, we're in the shade for the most part of this, but there are sparks of sun coming through. So again, you want to dress appropriately. As you can tell, this trail is not known about by many, but as it will get known about, it'll be walked more, the trail will be more of a fixture, more worn down. Our parks crews oversee all the parks and trails within Groton town. It's a lot to take on, plus all their other duties. So we thank them greatly for what they do for us and help us making these trails happen. We also want to thank GOSA and Avalonia. They're two other partners we have who make the trails in Groton spectacular and well worth going on group hikes with. You hear a lot of great information and you learn new things about our area, things you might miss just walking by yourself. This trail abuts Catherine Kilnaski School, which we believe has a summer camp program happening right now, as you can hear the voices and laughter of small children now on the trail. At this point in the trail, you don't even realize that you've come in from an EB parking lot. Deep in nature here, it's beautiful. I encourage anyone to get out on one of our Groton trails. As Sue just mentioned, we're away from civilization, but you do come back upon it. Up ahead, there's some power lines. And again, this trail has a lot of incline, a lot of roots, as you can see. These are tripping factors, so things to keep in mind. These blue blades right here were the ones done by the Kolnaski school team, which Groton Town partnered with to connect the two and form this great trail. How many hours would you say you spent out here trail marking before it became a trail?
Well, we have a lot to do.
Yeah.
Probably 3 of us. Well, if I include my husband, 4. Maybe 26 hours.
Nice.
Yeah. But we have more to do.
There's always more to do, isn't there?
Right.
It's good for the public to know, though, that these trails are not just naturally here. It took a lot of manpower and foresight to make them happen.
Well, you have to think about a trail, and I think it's important to go by whatever the really important objects are. Big trees,
Right.
gorgeous rocks like that one, the stream.
The natural, yeah.
You want to make the grade, it's not too much.
Sue, I want to thank you very much.
Oh, no.
This has been awesome, and we so appreciate it. We're so glad you made it.
Yeah, no, happy. It's a great property.
It is.
We're just starting to learn it.
We thank you very much for being part of our walk today. Again, this is brought to you by Groton Senior Center O.A.T.S program. If you're someone who's interested in getting out on the trails with us, we don't always do one with this difficulty. Sometimes we do one with more difficulty. And our general number at Groton Senior Center is 860-441-6785. We try to offer something for everyone, for all their needs, likes. We want to add to your quality of life, and one of those things we do is bringing you out into nature on these trails. And again, we thank you very much for being part of this today. We hope you enjoyed it. And a big thank you to Sue Sutherland for being our host and educator on this trail. And a thank you to her for being one of the creators of this trail.